Chapter 14. Chapter of Reconstruction. A little time passed after the attack from my brother. Skill proficiency reached. Skill Spider Thread level 5 has become Spider Thread level 6. I played with my threads and its level increased when I was using it for training. No, I had a hard time at leveling it. Thanks to that, it's pure white in my home now. My home have changed a lot compared with the original look. First, the amount of webs has increased. Before this, the webs were placed in sets at the top and bottom in a remote place from the T-shaped intersection, but now the webs spread till the branch road in the passage. I have spread many sets of nets in the passage. With only a set of web, it would only allow invasion and breakthrough like what happened before. It should take some time to break through with all these webs. With this, my home security has increased. I decorated the walls because the skill didn't level up. I spread my threads on the walls and I painted it white. Of course, it's not a mere decoration. This wallpaper thread are linked to the webs. I adjust it so that when a prey got caught, the threads will separate from the wall and wrap the prey. This is my boastful trap that I completed after various trial and error. When I started sticking my wallpaper threads, my skill level went up by 1. After I finished sticking the wallpaper threads, I set up some extra thin threads, and it was invisible in my home. I never made this thread adhesive, and it snaps immediately after touching it. It will snap eventually by the air even if I leave it. Then it will get absorbed by the wallpaper thread. I think that the reason why I was able to produce such a thin thread is that my skill level became 5. The effect of this thread is to search for enemies. The threads are connected to me, and if there's something that touched the thread, I would be able to know what it is. Because I said that it's inconvenient that I can't look back before, so I thought that I should develop develop an enemy searching thread. I decided to set it up in my home because it was not necessary to mind the rear while I'm in my home. Someday I hope that it can be operated remotely because I want to search outside of my home. Well, after doing so much things, as expected, I didn't have anything to do, so I save up some threads idly, and finally, my skill reached level 6. Thanks to that, I have all the fur balls, as it is due to the fine quality like silk thread, which has an overflowing luxury. This seems to be able to sell for a good amount of money to a human. Well, it's not like I know anything about the human's textile industry. By the way, if I release such amount of threads, it's obvious that I am hungry. Therefore, I have ate all the pitiful prey that was caught in the web. It seems that the monsters here has poison in their body. It doesn't die easily, even with my poison fangs. Well, my victory was already decided by the time when the prey was restrained in the web. Still, I think that it's impossible to fight without threads. At any rate, even with my poison fangs, it won't be effective unless I need to keep on biting my prey. For such a long time, it would be ruined by a counterattack if I didn't restrain it with my threads. Thanks to that, my poison fang has increased to level 4, and poison resistance has increased to level 5. I don't know whether it's because of poison resistance level rose, but the bitter taste of monsters with poison has become a habit. As for monsters whom I defeated, so far were 3. Elo Randell, Elo Pekatot, and Elo Basilisk, and one... What? Were 3 Elo... What? 3 Elo Randell. Okay. Okay. I thought it was 3 different monsters, but it was 3 Elo Randell, 1 Elro Pekarat, 1 Elro Basilisk, and 1 Finjagoth. All of them were caught by the web, and I restrained it with threads, then killed it with my poison fangs. Elo Randell was a monster that looked like a small dinosaur. I got flustered because 3 of them came over at once. Well, I didn't have a hard time because all 3 of them were caught in the web. Elro Pekatot was a strange monster with the arms of a monkey and the body of a penguin infused with a pelican. Jeez. Finjagoth was a bee-like monster with a huge body that can fill up this passage that was around 3 meters. Because of that, it's much more easier to get caught in the web. The most dangerous was Elro Basilisk. It was a huge lizard-like monster, and just as its name, it uses its... It can use petrification attack. Probably the same as the fairy tale. It was the devil's eye of petrification that petrified one of my foreleg. Because of how slow the petrification process speed was, I somehow managed to defeat it, but it was a terrifying enemy. After that, until I level up and shed my skin, I have to spend my time with my petrified foreleg. Though it might be a gain because I was able to acquire the petrification resistance skill, but it was much more dangerous than that first frog. I just said it smoothly, but I leveled up. Moreover, it's 3 level. I'm level 5 now. The skill that I now have that were Poison Fang level 4, Spider Thread level 6, Appraisal level 2, Taboo level 1, Hearsay Magic level 1, Poison Resistance level 5, Acid Resistance level 2, Corrosion Resistance level 1, and Petrification Resistance level 1. Though my level went up by 3, the skill did not rise to that extent. Appraisal doesn't level at all since level 2. It seems that the skill proficiency bonus from level up is little, and it seems that I missed it during the first level up, that skill point increases by leveling up. However, the amount is quite little. I got excited when I heard the voice of heaven said that I obtained skill points, but after that I tried to acquire some skills, but it's no good. In such a time, I tried to remind about all the possible skills like item box or automatic regeneration, but there was no skills that can be acquired. In the first place, the voice of heaven won't give me a response even if the skills exist or not. Insufficient skill point. That was the only answer that came back. Looks like the method to become matchless by acquiring every skill is impossible. It seems that the skill limitations is more severe than I thought. So yeah, we're leveling up. That's good. We're going up with speed. And I like this chapter. You know, it's like we don't have to sit through everything anymore, because you know it's sort of establishing that instead of us reading everything, sometimes it'll go a little quicker, you know. Sometimes she'll just tell us, you know, oh hey, yeah, I leveled up, stuff like that, so that we don't have to hear about it every time. And that means that stuff like this is going to happen, and then we're going to see, you know, bigger shit happening, because we can skip to the bigger shit. This chapter establishes that we can very easily skip to the bigger shit, which is very good. I have high hopes for this story.